Robbin, and as you can see, the Bronx Knights are in second place, 3.5 games behind the Seattle Mariners in the American League West in this created franchise on MLB 20, The Show. Glad that you're joining me. Please like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. So let's jump right in, shall we? Calendar. This is the second of a 4-game series at Cleveland Progressive Field. The Bronx Knights have won the first game of the 4-game set, 13-2. Few organization games. I play the franchise hitting and pitching on All-Star. If it becomes too easy on All-Star at the All-Star break, I'll pump it up another notch. But for now, I'm keeping it on All-Star. Play game. Okay. Full game. The away team at Cleveland, Progressive Field. That looks good. Patrick Joseph making his second major league start. Goes on the mound. Let's put O'Rourke at DH. Let's take Salazar and put him. Where's Salazar play? Second base and shortstop. Let's Salazar for Saps. Let's take Saps out and put in, which one of these guys plays center? Hunter Renfroe will go be in center. Sorry, got to get the lineup straightened away. Looks about right. Let's rock and roll. For those of you that are not interested in baseball, but for some reason which I can't fathom, we play Dungeons and Dragons, an actual play session every Monday, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Please join us. Please join us. Not sure where to look yet. Probably up there. And welcome to Bronx Knights baseball here at Progressive Field as the Bronx Knights take on the Cleveland Indians. On the mound for the Cleveland Indians is Steven Matz. He's making his 4th appearance of 2024. He is 2-0 record with a 7.02 ERA in 16 2/3 innings pitched. Leading off for the Bronx Knights is Max Lukulich, hitting .302 with an RBI and 6 stolen bases. And he checks it, ball 1.
Count 1-0. First pitch, 7:07.
Max has no power, but an enormous amount of speed. And he hits it high and deep to the gap, but the center fielder, Griffey, flags it down for the first out of the inning. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights, Max Lukulich leads off. Don Mattingly is first base. Chris Ramos is playing second. Michael Rourke is today's designated hitter. Jacob Salazar is at short. Matt Termini is at third. Benny LoCicero is in right. Hunter Renfroe in center. And behind the dish, Anthony Millo batting 9th. Next up is Don Mattingly. He's hitting .351 on the young season. And he takes ball 1. 5 homers, 18 runs batted in, and is currently on a 14-game hitting streak. He's been on fire. Pitch is low, ball 2. And he swings over the top of the changeup. Count goes 2-1. Nasty. Outside ball 3, hitters count 3-1. Chris Ramos is on deck. And he fouls off the sinker. Count goes full, 3-2. And he checks it. Oh no, it's strike 3 called. Inside corner. First out of the inning for Steven Matz. Now check that second out of the inning. 319, 6 homers for Chris Ramos, who steps in, the second baseman of today for the Knights. Takes ball 1. 9 runs scored in his last 5 games. And he swings over the top of the changeup. Count evens at 1-1.
Fastball.
He checks it, pitches low. 2-1.
2-1 the count.
Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count goes 3-1, hitter's count. Mike O'Rourke on deck. And he hits it off the end of the bat to the shortstop who fields, fires, and gets him by a step at first base. Side retired. After half inning of play, Bronx Knights nothing. Cleveland coming to bat. On the mound for the Bronx Knights, making his second start of the season and of his career, is Patrick Joseph, good friend of mine. So far, he's 1-0 with a 3 ERA of just 3.00. Leading off for the Indians, Roberto Alomar hitting .250 with 2 homers and 8 runs batted in.
The second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
And he lines it to right field for a base hit. LoCicero fields and gets it back in, holding Alomar to a single.
Batting second, the center fielder,
Rude awakening.
Griffey.
Rude welcome. Ken Griffey Jr. steps in. He's hitting .400 in his last 4 games, 6 for 15. Overall is .347 average, 4 homers, 13 RBIs.
Ball
The
one.
pitch is low and in, ball 1.
Ball one, no strike.
And he fouls off the fastball. Count evens 1-1. And he steals on the pitcher, slow breaking ball. Alomar steals second. He's already halfway to second base by the time the catcher caught the ball. Millo behind the plate had no chance. And he fouls off the fastball, 96 on the radar gun. Count goes 1-2. Slider inside, 2-2.
Thank you.
Change up low, count goes full, 3-2. Austin Meadows is on deck. And he fouls off the high fastball, count remains full. And he grounds it to the first baseman, Mattingly, who fields and takes it himself. The runner advances to third with 1 out. Starting lineup for the Cleveland Indians, Roberto Alomar is at second. Ken Griffey Jr. is in center field. Austin Meadows batting third, right fielder. David Ortiz is at first base. Rafael Devers at third base. Hunter Dozier is the designated hitter. Joey Gallo is in left. Corey Lee is the catcher. And Mr. Marte is the shortstop, batting ninth. And the breaking ball catches the inside corner for strike 1 against Austin Meadows, who's hitting $1.69 this season. And he hits it just out of the reach of diving Don Mattingly, who it's basically holds him to a second, but it's an RBI single for Austin Meadows, and the Cleveland Indians take a 1-0 lead. Here's the replay. Pulls it down the line, right down the line, almost over the bag. David Ortiz is up next. He's hitting .292 with 7 homers and 17 runs batted in. And the fastball is in there for strike 1. And he throws down his second. This time it is in time. Millo throws him out for the second out of the inning. Tries to catch him sleeping, didn't get a good jump. Perfect on the money throw, and he just gets the hand down, just gets the glove down before the hand reaches the bag. Anyway, 0-2 count to David Ortiz with 2 outs now. And he grounds it foul. Count remains 0-2. And he swings and misses at the slider inside corners for strike 3. The side is retired. After 1 full inning, the Cleveland Indians lead 1-0. Leading off the second for the Bronx Knights is Michael O'Rourke hitting .364.
The designated hitter.
This is game number 20 of the 2024 regular season.
Ball, that's out.
And it's just outside, change up. Ball one. Lefty on lefty, Steven Matz. Swings over the top of the changeup, count evens 1-1.
Ball two.
Pitch is low, 2-1. Mike O'Rourke is 17 years old in real life.
Nope, outside.
Ball three. And in real life, every video game he plays, he always wins. So,
Ball four.
ball four, based on balls, O'Rourke is on first base to lead off the second inning.
That is it. The shortstop. Jacob Salazar.
Shortstop, Jacob Salazar, hitting .333 with a homer and 10 runs batted in, steps up to the plate. He's a switch hitter, batting righty against the left-handed pitcher. And it's a quick throw over, O'Rourke gets back in. Inside, ball one. Jacob is 8 for the last 23 for a .348 batting clip. Pitches inside, the throw down, and O'Rourke steals the bag. Catches him napping. O'Rourke does have some speed. He got a good jump. Slides feet first, just simply beats the throw. So runner in scoring position for Salazar. And he slaps it high and deep into the gap. It could be gone. No, it's off the wall. And he's rounding first and heads to second with an RBI double to tie the game at 1. That's Jacob Salazar's 4th double of the season.
The third baseman.
Let's watch the replay.
Number 79.
It just seemed to go and go and go. One hop off the wall. Next up is Matt Termini playing third base today. He's hitting .290 with a homer and 8 runs batted in. And he hits it high and deep. Is it gone? No, it's off the wall. He misplayed it. He's rounding third. He's heading to third. The runner is coming home. He's safe at third. Is it a double and a 2-base error? Or is it a triple? RBI triple, his first of the season for Matt Termini.
Number 38.
The score is now 2-1 Bronx Knights. The pitching coach comes out to settle Matt's down, have a talk with him. So, still nobody out in the top of the third. Benny LoCicero steps up. He's hitting .242 with 3 homers and a team-leading 20 runs batted in. He has been just on fire with runners in scoring position so far this season. And the sinker's outside, ball one. The score is Bronx Knights 2-1. And he hits it high, but not actually in foul territory. It may make the stands, but no. David Ortiz makes the catch in foul territory for the first out of the inning. The runner does not advance. So, defense for the Cleveland Indians from left to right. In the outfield, it's Gallo, Griffey, and Meadows. And in the infield, it's Rafael Devers, Marte, Alomar, and David Ortiz at first, with Corey Lee behind the plate. Next up, 4 is Hunter Renfroe, hitting .176 in part-time duties. Takes the first pitch, a sinker down low for ball one. Hunter Renfroe is taking over in left field for, no, actually, I take that back. Pitches outside, count is 2-0. He's, I believe, the designated hitter today. I'm not 100% sure, but he's up there. Ball 3, 3-0. He's pitching him very carefully. Anthony Millo, the catcher, is on deck. Taking a pitch, not swinging. Outside. Runners at first and third on the walk with 1 out. In the top of the second, Anthony Millo steps up to the plate, hitting only .200 on the season. No homers and 6 runs batted in. Just trying to get his season on track. And he cues it foul down the first base line for the first strike. And he hits it high and deep. Is it off the wall? It is Gonzo. No, it's not. It's off the wall. Off the top of the wall, the throw to the plate. He's safe. It's a 2-run double for Anthony Millo. I thought it was gone off the bat, but apparently not. 2-run double is third of the season, and the score is 4-1. Let's watch the replay. I thought it hit above the line. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that that's a bad call. It should be a 3-run homer, but in any event, the umpires have decided that it is a 2-run double. And Max Lukulich fouls off the first pitch. He's 0 for 1, fly out in the first. There's a runner on second, 1 out, and the Bronx Knights already have a 4-1 lead. Line drive right at the second baseman for the second out of the inning. He hit it hard, but he hit it right at the second baseman, Alomar. Don Mattingly, 0 for 1, steps up. She struck out in the first. He does have a runner in scoring position. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. In this fictional season, Don Mattingly is approaching 3,000 hits for his career. He checks it, ball 2. Count is 2-0. I think he has 2,844 hits in this fictional baseball season. Inside ball 3. It seems that Steven Matz is having trouble with his control. He's got the, does he have the green light? No, he does not. I do not swing on 3-0 counts. Change up high, count is 3-1. Now this is a hitter's count. The shackles are off. He throws it in there, it's getting smashed. Let's go. And he hits it high and deep. Is it Gonzo? It's Gonzo. 2-run homer for Don Mattingly, and the score is 6-1. That's his 6th home run of the season off of Steven Matz. My goodness. They've put up a 5 spot in this inning. No, check that 6 spot. Let's look at the replay. Oh my goodness. 3-1 pitch. He came in with the fastball, and he hit it an estimated 424 feet to right field. He knew it the minute he threw the pitch, he knew. Next up, Chris Ramos with 2 outs and bases clear. He grounded out in the first. And he swings over the top of the changeup, strike 1. And he checks his swing, but the sinker finds the strike zone. The count is very quickly 0-2. And he hits it off the end of the back to center field. Griffey races in and does not make the catch. It drops in, dunks in for a single. Then the inning continues. Just off the end of the bat. Sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, it's where you hit it in baseball. Just could not make the catch. Must have been playing him deep. Next up, Michael O'Rourke. I think they batted around. He walked to lead off the inning. And he swings over the top of the changeup for strike 1. Count is checked. In case you're wondering, just very quickly going over to options, gameplay. Hitting difficulty is on All-Star, as you can see. Pitching difficulty, All-Star, as you can see. That's going to be the difficulty setting that I'm going to keep it on, at least until the All-Star break. And if I'm winning every single game at the All-Star break, I'll knock it 1 level up to Hall of Fame. But right now, I'm on All-Star. So, 1-1 count. 2 outs in the second. Runner on first. Swing and a miss at the high curveball. Count is 1-2. Just outside. Pitch is low. Count evens at 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
He checks it. Pitches inside. Count goes full. 3-2. The runner will be off with the pitch. And he hits it down the line off the glove of the third baseman. No throw. He's safe with an infield single. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Score's decision is it's a base hit.
shortstop.
Jacob Salazar 1 for 1 this inning. But before Jacob steps up, that'll be all for Steven Matz. As he gives the pitcher, he gives the ball to the manager, and in comes
Your attention, please.
Thomas McIlrath, making his 7th appearance of the season. He's 1-0 with a 4.15 earned run average over 8 2/3 innings. Salazar steps in now, this time from the left side against the righty pitcher, and he swings at a high fastball for strike one. Pitch is low, count evens at 1-1. Matthew Boyd, a left-hander, is warming up in the bullpen for the Cleveland Indians. And he hits it high, but not all that deep. Well, actually, the wind is carrying it. As he makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Bronx Knights score 6. And halfway through the 2nd inning of play, Bronx Knights lead 6-1. Wah! So, leading off for the Cleveland Indians, Rafael Devers hitting .254 against Patrick Joseph. Joseph, making his 2nd major league start, has a nice 5-run cushion to work with. I'm sure the manager just told him to go out there and throw strikes. Rafael Devers is 2 homers away from a milestone. He has 198 home runs in his career. And the pitch is low. Count is 1-1. And he hits it hard to Mattingly at first, who fields and steps on first for the 1st out of the inning. Mattingly is, the defense for the Bronx Knights from left to right. It's Lukulich, Renfroe in center for the LoCicero, and in the infield, left to right, Termini, Salazar, Ramos, and Mattingly with Anthony Millo behind the plate. Hunter Renfroe in center field is taking over the duties for Michael O'Rourke, who is the designated hitter today. And it is hit high and far. It might be gone. It's 1 hop off the fence. Renfroe fields and throws it back in. It's a stand-up double. Stand-up double for Hunter Dozier, his 3rd of the season. Joey Gallo steps up. He's hitting .288 with 7 homers and 14 runs batted in for the Cleveland Indians this season. That is the ugliest mascot I've ever seen. I hope that's not real. I hope that's fiction. Well, runner on second, 1 out. Joseph deals. Throws a breaking ball for strike one.
0-1's the count.
Slider inside. Count evens at 1-1. And he hits the line drive, base hit to center field. The runner turns. He makes a big turn at first. He holds off at first, but it's an RBI single for Joey Gallo, his 15th of the season. 15th run batted into the season. Here's the replay. And the score is now 6-2. Bronx Knights. Nice diving attempt by Salazar. So next up in the lineup is Corey Lee. Corey Lee is the catcher today, batting 9th. He's not hitting well in his past 7 games, as you can see. And Mattingly fields, throws to second for 1, back to first. Double play, 3-6-3 double play. 3-6-1, check that, and the side is retired. But not before the Cleveland Indians push 1 across. And at 2 complete, it's Cleveland losing 6-2. Leading off for the Bronx Knights is Matt Termini. He's 1 for 1 with a triple and an RBI. Run scored.
79.
Oh, he hits it high and deep. That's Gonzo. Matt, oh my goodness, off the foul pole for a home run, his 2nd of the season. And it's 7-2, Bronx Knights. Hit it right off the foul pole. Let's watch this replay. First pitch, a rude welcome. Not a real good replay, but we'll take it. Are they going to give us a different angle or no? Here we go. Let's see. Does it hit the foul pole? Hits the foul pole. Boing! Next up is Benny LoCicero, who popped up in the second. He's 0 for 1. And he backs him up off the plate for ball 1. Benny LoCicero is today's right fielder for the Bronx Knights. And he wraps it foul to even the count at 1-1. Just off the plate outside. Count is 2-1. Inside 3-1. Hitters count. On deck is Hunter Renfroe, today's center fielder. He fouls off the high fastball. Count goes full. And he wraps it through the hole between first and second for a base hit. LoCicero has a single. Here's the replay. Nice piece of hitting. Hunter Renfroe steps up. He walked in the second. No official at that. And swings and misses out in front of the slider. Strike 1. Nasty pitch. And a throw over. Keeping LoCicero close. Welcome, this is Bronx Knights Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. The score is 7-2 Bronx Knights in the top of the third at Progressive Field in Cleveland. This is the second of a 4-game set against the Cleveland Indians. He swings and misses. It's a hit and run. Is he safe? No, he's not. He gets thrown out at second base for the second out of the inning. Let's see the replay. I thought he might have had his hand in there. I'm sorry. If I could see that in slow motion, I honestly think that he's safe. I think he got his hand in there before the ball got there. But the umpires are always right. So check that. That's the first out of the inning. Base is empty. And Renfroe swings and misses at strike 3 for the second out.
Now batting, number 43.
Out in front of the changeup. Next up is Anthony Millo. 1 for 1 with an RBI double. And he hits it high and deep. It is Gonzo! His first home run of the season for Anthony Millo. And the score is 8-2. Woo! Way to go, Antonio. Bang! Nice piece of hitting over that high fence here at Progressive Field. So leading off yet again is Max Lukulich, but he's 0 for 2 today. He takes ball 1. Max is only 1 for 7 in this series so far. I'm sure he'd like to do a little better than that. Outside ball 2. And he flares it out to the left fielder, who makes a running catch for the final out of the inning, but not before the Bronx Knights add 2. And at 2.5 innings of play, they lead 8-2. I'm sorry, Heidi. Something seems to be wrong with your microphone. We can't seem to hear you. We're gonna have to cut away, see if we can fix the microphone and get back to you later on in the game. We apologize. In any event, it's Noel V. Marte up at the plate for the Bronx Knights. Noel V. hitting .269 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And here's the pitch from Joseph.
Nope.
Pitch is low, ball 1.
Count 1-0. Hey!
And the breaking ball is in there. Count evens at 1-1. Against Noel V. Hits it up the middle, fielded by Ramos, a jump throw, and he gets him. Excellent play by Ramos at second. Hope they show us a replay on that one. That was Gold Glove potential. He moves to his right, backhands it, 2-step jump throw, very Jeterian, back in the days of Derek Jeter and the New York Yankees. Well, in any event, the lineup turns over. And Robbie Alomar is up again. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. His second plate appearance. And he wraps it, but foul for strike one.
Nope.
And the curveball's
That's
just
inside.
off the plate inside for ball one.
Aye.
Outside corner with the
That's
fastball,
1 and
strike
2.
two. Count is 1 and 2. And he swings and misses at the slider for strike 3. That's Joseph's second strikeout of the game.
Up next for Cleveland.
Look at this
The
pitch.
center fielder.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Just dropped off the plate. Inside, swings over the top. Ken Griffey Jr., the legendary Ken Griffey Jr., grounded out in the first inning. He's 2 for 5 in this series and swings at the high fastball and fouls it. Strike one. So far in the 2024 season, he's hitting .342, which is very Griffey-like. And he swings over the top of the changeup.
0-2.
Count is very quickly 0-2 on Griffey. Strike 3 looking. He sets him down on strikes and the side is retired. So after 3 innings of play, it's the Bronx Knights 8, the Cleveland Indians 2. Hoo-wah! Stepping up to the plate is Don Mattingly. Hit a 2-run home run in the second inning. He's 1 for 2.
Don Mattingly.
Pitches inside, ball 1. Don Mattingly was my favorite player growing up as a fan of the New York Yankees. Pitches on the corner, count evens at 1 and 1. I firmly believe he would have been a Hall of Fame player if he had not sustained a back injury right in the prime of his career that robbed his power. But in any event, he still won a Most Valuable Player award. Ball 2, count evens at 2 and 2. He won an MVP, won a batting title, won like 8 Gold Gloves. And he lines it down the line, but foul. Count remains 2 and 2. And when he did have an opportunity for the playoffs in 1995, he had .417. And he hits it, a lazy fly ball, but it's going to find the seats. Foul ball. He showed up and showed that he could be a great playoff player. And he grounds it softly to the second baseman who fields, fires, got him for the first out of the 4th. The line for Steven Matz in 1 2/3 innings, 6 hits and 6 earned runs. Not something to be proud of. Chris Ramos is 1 for 2 with a single. He steps up to the plate with 1 out in the 4th. And the pitch is low.
1-0.
Chris Ramos has 4 homers in his last 5 games. And he lines it foul. Count evens at 1 and 1. Outside.
Down to 2 and 1.
And it's a line drive to center field, base hit. He's 2 for 3. Ramos is on first base with a single. Let's see the replay.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Nice piece of hitting.
Oh, boy.
Right back up through the box. Well, anyway, next up is Michael O'Rourke, today's designated hitter. He's got a single and a run scored in this ball game. He's 1 for 1. And he fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Pitches outside, 1 and 1.
1 and 1.
I just said that, huh? Outside, 2 and 1. Ramos takes the lead at first. And O'Rourke hits it high and deep. It's Gonzo. Oh my goodness, it is a home run fest. It's his 3rd homer of the season. Oh my goodness, a little bit of showboating. I'm not sure how the manager's going to feel about that home run from O'Rourke. He's acting all of, it's continuing. I can't believe the third base umpire is humoring this presentation. It's embarrassing, very unprofessional. But in any event, he does hit the home run, and I'm not sure what the reaction is going to be in the clubhouse. But here's the replay. Oh my goodness, he knew it the minute he hit it. Let's see. So anyway, we'll let you know what the reaction is. In any event, there's a pitching change. Scott Alexander makes his 8th appearance. He's pitched 7 innings. He has no record, but his ERA is not all that impressive. An 11.57 ERA. Jacob Salazar is up at the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI.
Shortstop, Jacob Salazar.
And he flares it out the opposite way to the right fielder, who makes the catch for the second out of the 4th.
Now back.
Matt Termini's 2 for 2 with a homer and a triple and 2 runs batted in. And he hits it down the line for what looks to be a double. He's rounding first, heading to second, stand-up double. He's in perfect line for a cycle. He has a homer, he has a triple. Now here's the double. All he would need is a single in this game to hit for the cycle. Matt Termini on second. Next up is Benny O'Rourke, 1 for 2 with a single. And he swings and misses at the slider, strike 1. And he grounds it through for a base hit. Termini makes the turn at third. He's racing home, and they cut off the throw. It's an RBI single for Benny O'Rourke, and the score is 11-2. They're just pouring it on here in the 4th. Just serves it. Honestly, I think the second baseman could have made a better effort, could have dove for the ball to keep it in the infield, but who am I to say? Hunter Renfroe walked. He has a run score. He's officially 0 for 1 in the game. And the hit and run was on. I don't know why the hit and run was on with a 9-run lead, but it was. Strike 1. And he throws over to first. LoCicero is back. I'm very surprised. It looks like LoCicero's trying to steal with a 9-run lead. It's very unprofessional. It's Bush League. Bush League. And the pitch is low. Ball count evens at 1-1. Bush League baseball. Oh, he swings and misses at the slider.
2 strikes.
Count is 1-2. Pitch is outside. Count evens at 2-2. And he smashes it into the gap. It takes 1 hop off the wall. He rounds first, and it'll be second and third with 2 outs in the inning as the massacre continues. Hunter Renfroe wraps it between left and center. And here's the contact. Anthony Millo steps up. He's 2 for 2 with a homer, a double, and 3 runs batted in. And he's late on the sinker for strike 1. He has 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs in the 4th. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Count is even. And he fouls off the sinker. Count goes 1-2. And he just gets a piece of the sinker to stay alive. 1-2. Did he check it?
Did he go?
Yes, he did. Count goes full. No, check that. Count is even, 2-2. And he hits a soft ground ball up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. He throws, and finally, mercifully, the inning is over, but not before the Bronx Knights score 3 more runs. And in 3.5 innings of play, they lead by 9. Oof. Murder! Leading off for the Cleveland Indians is Austin Meadows. He's 1 for 1.
The right fielder, Austin Meadows.
And he fouls off the fastball for strike 1. Breaking ball's in there. Strike 2. And he grounds it down the first base line, but it's foul. I'm beginning to notice some of the Cleveland fans heading for the exits. And he hits it high and deep. Oh, that is gone. Home run for Austin Meadows. His 2nd of the season. And the Cleveland Indians trail 11-3. Next up is David Ortiz, who looks like he's been on a Slim Fast diet. Swing and a miss. He needs to eat a few more cheeseburgers if he wants to keep his power. He struck out in the first. Just off the plate. Ball 1. And he swings at the high fastball and fouls it back to the screen. 1-2. And he waits on the slider, but does not wait long enough. As out in front, it's a foul ball. Count is 1-2. And he hits a lazy fly ball to Renfroe at center, who settles under it and makes the catch for the first out of the 4th.
Now batting.
Rafael Devers, who's 0 for 1 with the ground out in the 2nd, steps up to the plate. I assume as a pitcher, while you want to get a 9-run lead, it's an 8-run lead now, but as a pitcher, you want the lead, but it must be hard to stay focused and throw strikes, effective strikes, because you know that the game is basically over. Oh, he almost misjudges it, but Ramos eventually comes down with it for the second out. Looked like he was fooled, or his eyes were in the lights or something. Well, in any event, Hunter Dozier has a double and a run scored today. He's 1 for 1. Steps up to the plate with 2 outs. Strike 1, 95 on the radar gun. Swing and a miss at the curveball. Count is quickly 0-2. And he swings at the high fastball, but pulls it foul.
Nope.
Slider low. Ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And he hits a hard line drive the opposite way. They had him on the shift. LoCicero races over, gets the ball back into second, but not before Hunter Dozier has his 4th double of the season. Here's the replay. Again, they were shading him to pull. He hit it the other way. Joey Gallo steps in. He has an RBI single today. And he takes a strike inside for strike 1. And he fouls off the slider. Count is very quickly 0-2. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. Strike 3, inning over, but not before they get 1 back. And at the end of 4, it's Bronx Knights 11, Cleveland Indians 3. Leading off, Max Lukulich. He's 0 for 3.
For the Bronx.
He's been on a little bit of a slump lately. Average is now dropped to 288. And he grounds it softly to the shortstop who fields across, gets him just by a step. He had to rush that throw, otherwise he wasn't going to get him, but it's all the same in the box score. 1 out in the 5th.
Mattingly.
Don Mattingly steps up. He's 1 for 3, but that one was a big one. It was a home run in the second. Outside, ball 1. My goodness, in his last 3 games, Mattingly is a scalding 9 for 14. 9 hits and 14 at-bats. That will raise your batting average. Outside, ball 2. And he swings over the top of the slider. Count is 2-1. Chased one out of the strike zone. And he hits it high and deep to center field. And right at the warning track, Griffey makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Didn't think it was going to make it over that wall, but I thought it might have a chance to be off the top of the wall. Stepping up is Chris Ramos, 2 for 3 today. 2 singles and a run scored. Switch hitter batting from the right side. And he hits a hard ground ball to the shortstop who fields, fires, and the inning is over. So, 4.5 complete. 8-run lead for the Bronx Knights. A good-looking guy. Isn't that guy really good? Look how good-looking that guy is. My goodness. Oh, if only, maybe I should wear glasses. Anyway, I digress. Corey Lee, ground out in the second, is 0 for 1.
The catcher, Corey Lee.
And he hits it. Strike zone. Strike 1. And he hits a fly ball to medium depth center field. He does have to range over quite a bit, as the first out is recorded in center field. No LV. Marte is 0 for 1. He steps in. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Joseph is doing what he needs to do. He needs to just throw strikes, get through 5, make it an official game. Fastball just inside, 94 on the gun. Make it an official game. And it hits a deep but playable fly ball to center field. Hunter Renfroe makes the catch for the second out of the 5th.
The second baseman,
Roberto Alomar steps up to the plate for the 3rd time. He was a single and a run scored in today's game. Fastball just inside. Roberto Alomar is close to having 2,000 runs in this season. Not this season, this franchise. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 1-1. Keep in mind that this is in the year 2024 of this created franchise. So some of the players... He hits a deep fly ball to right field, but LoCicero is there, who makes the catch for the final out of the 5th. It's now an official ball game. At the end of 5, it's the Bronx Knights 11, the Cleveland Indians 3. Let's see how far manager lets the pitcher go, Joseph. O'Rourke is 2 for 2 with a homer today. See what else he can do. Did he check his swing? Yes, he did. Ball 1. Oh, did he catch the corner? Yes, it did. Count evens at 1-1. Scott Alexander on the mound for the Cleveland Indians in relief. Sinker outside. Count is 2-1. And he hits a lazy fly ball the other way. It's got some legs, drifts almost to the warning track, but the left fielder makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
Jacob Salazar has an RBI double in today's game. He's 1 for 3. And hits a hard ground ball. The third baseman stops it with his body, fields, fires, throws it into the stands. It's a single and an E5 by Rafael Devers. He'd have been better off just eating the ball. He makes a nice dive to stop, bounces in out of the glove. He recovers and fires and throws it over the head of the first baseman. Oh. In fact, there's no cameramen in the camera well because they were literally running for the tunnel because they saw the ball coming. So there was no cameramen on the cameras. Well, in any way, Matt Termini is 3 for 3. All he needs is a single for the triple. A single for the cycle, excuse me. Pitch is low, 1-1. It's not often that a player hits for the cycle, even in a video game. And he hits the ground ball, lazy ground ball. The third base, he's out at first. Almost had an infield single. But anyway, Marte throws him out for the second out of the inning.
Number 38.
His quest for the cycle will have to wait another couple of innings. Benny LoCicero is 2 for 3 today. With a run batted in. Steps in with a runner in scoring position. And he's out in front of the slider for strike 1. Oh, he swings and misses at the slider. Count is 0-2. This is his 32nd pitch out of the bullpen. You have to wonder how long Alexander's going to go. Pitch is high.
1-2.
And he waits on it and hits it high and deep at the warning track. He makes the catch for the final out of the inning. He made a bid for a homer, but not quite enough. In any event, 5.5 complete. The score remains 11-3. Stepping in for the Indians is Ken Griffey Jr., who's 0 for 2 today. Patrick Joseph is still out there. Let's throw strike 1. 731 career home runs for Ken Griffey Jr. Will he break the record this season? The career home run watch. Again, this is a created franchise that's in the year 2024. So this version of the legendary Ken Griffey Jr. has already passed 700 home runs. I think in real life he hit something in the 600s. But anyway. Oh, he made a bid right there, but he's out in front of the slider. Count remains 0-2. And he wraps the fastball. He's primed for a slider, I think. Let's do a slider. Oh, and he fouls it weakly, nubs it foul. Let's do a curveball outside, see what happens. Waste pitch. Oh, and he just gets a piece of the outside changeup, curveball, whatever you want to call it. And he grounds it foul. He's battling up there. And he hits a lazy fly ball to medium center field. Renfroe is under it and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Griffey's 0 for 3 today. Austin Meadows, 2 for 2 with a homer and a single. He has 2 RBIs, steps in. Strike 1, 93 on the gun. Curveball is high. Count evens. And it's a line drive, base hit to center field. 1 out, runner at first.
The first baseman, number 34.
Needs to work on his endurance.
Ortiz.
David Ortiz steps up. He's 0 for 2. And he hits a hard ground ball between second and short. Between short and third for a base hit. Runners at first and second with only 1 out. It's a big lead.
Third baseman.
There's no reason to push the envelope. Let's go to the manager's office and to the bullpen. There's no reason. Let's get Madison Bumgarner, who by 2024 is a relief pitcher. He's no longer good enough to start, but he can go a few innings. Oh, low strike, under the knees. Rafael Devers takes it, but I'm sure he's not happy with the call. And he fouls off the curveball. Count is quickly 0-2. He fouls off the fastball. Count remains 0-2. Again, he gets a piece of the slider. Stays alive. And the changeup strikes it foul. Oh, he's just on the fastball. Fouls it back to the screen. I bet he'd like to have that one back. And he hits it hard to the outfielder, but he makes the catch. LoCicero makes a running catch on the line drive in the gap. Nice play. That could have been trouble.
Up next for Cleveland, the designated hitter, Hunter.
And this is going to be his last batter no matter what happens. He hits a base hit. The runner is coming home. The throw to the plate is not in time. It's 11-4. Boy, oh boy, LoCicero just took his sweet time with that little crow hop. Come on, you got to throw it with a little more urgency. Benny? Well, that'll be all. Manager, bullpen, Madison Bumgarner. Put him in the game, lefty on lefty. So Madison Bumgarner is has just been. We just traded for him. This is actually his second appearance. He's only pitched 1 inning for the Bronx Knights. Picked him up off the scrap heap in 2024. If there's an injury, he'll slide into the starting rotation. But for now, he's long relief. That's a strike. And he hits it high and deep the other way, but playable for LoCicero. Check that, Lukulich. And Lukulich makes the catch for the final out of the 6th. But not before they get a run back. And at the end of 6 innings of play, it's the Bronx Knights winning 11-4. Nick Wedegren, making his 3rd appearance for the Cleveland Indians, takes the mound. He does have 2 save opportunities this season. He's converted 1 of them. And Hunter Renfroe steps in, but he's 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored so far this game. And he grounds it weakly, but just foul. Strike 1. Pitch is outside. Count evens at 1-1. The bullpen is busy for the Indians, a lefty and a righty. And he swings over the top of the slider. Count goes 1-2. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count goes even. And he hits a weak ground ball into the shift. He fields, fires, got him at first for the first out of the game.
Now batting, number 43.
Anthony Millo has had a good day at the plate. He's got 3 runs batted in, a homer, a double. He's 2 for 3. And he fouls off the fastball for strike 1. Pitch is high, ball one.
Nope.
Ball two.
That's ball three.
Ball three, hitters count. 3-1. And he hits it high and deep into the gap, but he just playable as Gallo ranges to his left and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Thought it had a chance to hit the wall, but
Now batting.
just a
Number
lazy
39.
out. Max Lukulich, who's 0 for 4 today, hitless at the plate. He's really in a slump. Steps up and swings and misses at the high fastball, strike one. And it's a ground ball weakly to the first baseman, Ortiz, who takes it himself for the final out of the
Ladies and
seventh.
gentlemen, it's time.
Ladies and gentlemen, get up and stretch. It's the seventh inning stretch. Bronx Knights lead 11-4. Leading off for the Indians is Corey Lee. He's 0 for 2 today against Madison Bumgarner, who's
Corey
in his second inning of relief. Strike one.
Nope. That's the ball.
Cutter is high.
One
Ball
ball,
one.
one strike.
And he gets the cutter in on his hands. He fouls it off. Count goes 1-2. He's out in front of the changeup, fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. And he fouls off the curveball. Staying alive. Foul ball. Count remains 1-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball. For strike three, Lee is retired.
Up next
Is the
for
replay
Cleveland. The
in real
shortstop,
time.
No LB. Marte.
No LV. Marte steps up. No LV.
Yeah.
And the cutter is high, but called a strike. No LV's 0 for 2. And he fouls it off the catcher's mask for the second strike. 0-2. And he pops it up to the catcher, just in foul territory. Millo makes the catch for the second out of the seventh.
Now back.
Roberto Alomar steps in yet again. He's a single and a run scored. He's 1 for 3. And he hits a flare to the outfield, but LoCicero runs it down and makes the catch for the final out of the seventh. 7 innings complete. The score remains 11-4, Knights. Leading off for the Knights in the 8th, Don Mattingly. He had a 2-run home run in the second inning. He's 1 for 4.
First baseman, Don Mattingly.
Swing and a miss at the high
0-1
fastball.
the count. No
Checks
ball,
his swing,
two
but it's
strikes.
called a strike regardless. Count is quickly 0-2. Oh, he swings and misses at the changeup out in front for the first out of the inning. Mattingly goes down.
The batter, the second baseman, Chris Ramos.
Next up is Chris Ramos. He's 2 for 4 today with 2 singles. And he checks it inside, ball 1. Attendance is 24,000 here at Progressive Field. Somewhat realistic. He fouls it off, count evens at 1-1.
Ball 2.
Ball 2.
Count is 2-1.
Say that again, ump. 2-1.
Nope. Outside.
Outside, count is 3-1. Mike O'Rourke's on deck. Hitters count. And he fouls it off. Count is full. It's a hard ground ball. No, he catches it on a line. Ortiz makes the catch for the second out of the inning. You can hit it hard, but you can't steer the ball. Hits it right at him. Boop. Michael O'Rourke, 2 for 3 with a homer, a single, and 2 runs batted in. Steps up.
That's the ball.
And the pitch is just low for ball 1. Pitch is high, ball 2.
No strike.
And he hits a weak ground ball to the second baseman who fields, throws across his body to Ortiz at first for the final out of the inning. And we advance it to the next inning. Bottom of the 8th, Ken Griffey is up. He's 0 for 3. Third inning of work for Madison Bumgarner. Why not? It's a big lead. I may even let him pitch the 9th as well. We'll see. See how many pitches I get through. And he fouls off the cutter. It's quickly 0-2. Just misses with a cutter on the outside corner. And he tries to hit the changeup, but pops it way up into the infield. Pitcher decides, I'll take it myself, gentlemen. No need for you to step up and make the pop-up. Madison Bumgarner is a veteran who can handle a pop-up. Well, anyway, Austin Meadows is having a day. He's 3 for 3 with a homer, 2 singles, and 2 runs batted in. And I'm sure he'd like to continue his onslaught. Fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. And he fouls off the cutter, strike 2. And he grounds it up the middle. Oh, and through for a base hit. Just out of the outstretched reach of Jacob Salazar. Thought he had a chance to field that ball, but not to be.
34.
He's 4 for 4 today, Austin Meadows. Hell of a game. David Ortiz is up. And he fouls off the cut fastball, strike 1. He's 1 for 3 with a single in the 6th inning. Strike 2. And he hits it high, but not that deep. It's playable. LoCicero makes the catch in right, gets the ball back in, no advance. There are 2 outs in the 8th.
Up next to Cleveland, the third baseman,
Rafael Devers, 0 for 3. Trying to get a hit in the hit count.
Yep, that
Cut
ball went out.
fastball's just outside for ball 1. The runner at first has some speed. Not a prototypical base stealer, but still has some speed. And Devers fouls off the cutter. Its count evens at 1-1. And he hits it high and deep, but foul. Count is 1-2. He fouls off the cut fastball. And he hits a lazy fly ball to medium depth center field. Renfroe is under it, makes the catch for the final out of the 8th. And At the end of 8 innings of play, the Bronx Knights lead by 7. Leading off, Jacob Salazar's 2 for 4 with a single, double, and an RBI. In the 9th, leading off.
Salazar.
Checks his swing, ball 1. And he fouls it off the end of the bat for strike 1. And he pops it, but the right fielder runs it down and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Brought his hands in and flared it out to the outfield. I thought there was a chance it might fall. Anyway, Matt Termini's 3 for 4. He needs a single for the cycle. This is a big at-bat in an otherwise boring game.
Ball, that's out.
Ball, that's outside. He's got a homer, a triple, a double. And he checks the swing, it's ball 2. Come on, don't be a coward, throw him a strike. Give him a chance for the single. Outside ball 3. You know what? I'm giving him the green light if it's a strike because I want him to get the single. And he fouls off the high fastball. It count as 3-1. And it was out of the strike zone. It might have been a ball, but you know what? I'm trying to get him that single for the cycle. And he hits him. Oh, Termini is fuming. You could just see the look on his face. He's up there trying to get the single for the cycle, and he knows he's not getting another at-bat. He is pissed, but he's got no choice but to stand at first. LoCicero is 2 for 4 with an RBI. He's up with 1 out in the 9th. And the pitch is low. And he pulls the fastball foul down the line. Count is 1-1. He pulls yet another fastball down the line. He's out in front, 1-2. This is his 37th pitch out of the bullpen. It's a lot of pitches for a middle reliever. And he swings over the top of the changeup for strike 3. There are 2 outs. Let's look at the replay. Ball just disappeared on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
In relief, Ryan Harper making his 10th appearance out of the bullpen. He's got 10 innings pitched, but his ERA is frightening to look at. It's 10.80 so far in this early season for the Indians. Hunter Renfroe steps up. He's 1 for 3 with a double. And he swings out in front of the fastball, strike 1.
Ball 1.
1-1 is the count.
Ball.
He checks it. Pitch is high, count is 2-1. He's out in front of the slider, count evens at 2-2. He looks a little anxious up there at the plate. And he jams him. Hits a lazy fly ball to left field. He makes the catch for the final out of the 9th. So here we are, last licks for the Indians. They need 7 runs to tie. Good luck, Cleveland Indians. Okay, I'm going to warm up somebody in the bullpen just in case. Let's say Jameson Talley. Warm him up just in case things get a little crazy. Hunter Dozier is up. And he hits a foul ball back to the screen. Strike 1. Strike 2, cutter. Swing and a miss on the curveball for strike 1, for out number 1. Nice
Now
pitch.
batting, the left fielder, Joey.
Oh my goodness, he didn't come anywhere close to that pitch. Joey Gallo steps up, lefty on lefty. Joey Gallo's got an enormous amount of power, but he strikes out a lot. Takes a cutter for strike 1. He has an RBI single in today's game. Swinging and miss at the cut fastball. It's 0-2. And he swings and misses at the changeup. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. They're down to their last out.
The catcher, number 35.
The fans are stampeding to the exits, trying to get to the parking lot to get their car through the traffic jam, through downtown Cleveland. And he fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Corey Lee is 0 for 3 today. And he hits a lazy line drive ball. Ramos makes the catch on the line drive for the final out of the game. Bronx Knights win. Madison Gardner, in his second appearance as a Bronx Knight, closes it out. The win goes to Patrick Joseph. The losing pitcher is Steven Matz. The player of the game is Matt Termini, who went 3 for 4 with a double, a triple, and a homer, and came just a single shy of getting the cycle. So for the Bronx Knights, it was 11 runs, 15 hits, no errors. The Cleveland Indians, 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 errors. It's 11-4, the final here at Progressive Field in Cleveland. And this is Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Please like and subscribe to this channel. I much appreciate, even if you've seen this. If you're watching live, thank you. If you watch it later on YouTube, thank you. Please subscribe. Have a great night, and I'll see you next time.